Today's video is about the end of the world. At least when you think it's the end of the world, you make a little mistake, but you just catastrophize it. And this is about me and Rosie O'Donnell. When I was younger, around 22 years old, I came to New York City from a small farm town to interview to be an intern at the Rosie O'Donnell Show. Now, I was a huge comedy fan. I loved David Letterman and I loved Saturday Night Live. I couldn't even believe I was in New York City. I went up to the top floor dressed in a full suit. I had a briefcase ready to go. I wanted to look sharp for this interview. When I got there, they said, "You're a little bit early," which I was always told you should do. I was about 10 minutes early. "We're going to put you in a holding area." Well, the holding area was the stage of Saturday Night Live. I was literally standing on the stage of Saturday Night Live. I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh my God, this is how easy it is to break in the industry. Well, little did I know it wasn't going to be so easy. I went to the interview, and as I was talking about my college experience and what I wanted for my life, the person that was interviewing me, she just kept looking down at my briefcase and making these weird faces. And finally she said, "Why did you bring a briefcase to this job interview?" Now, I didn't know that in television you wanted to be cooler and more hip and a briefcase wasn't in style. So I said, "I was always told to dress for the job you want." And so she said, "I guess you want to be an accountant." And instead of joking and laughing with her, I said, "Well, no, I want to be a TV producer." So she finally demanded that I open this briefcase. So I opened the briefcase, and inside of the briefcase was 3 resumes and an egg salad sandwich. She laughed so hard, she was crying laughing. She thought it was the funniest thing she'd ever saw. She couldn't focus on the interview at all. She thanked me for coming, and then I was out the door and back on the street. I thought I had blown it. I thought I had ruined my one chance by being, how stupid could you be to bring a briefcase? It's not even a dumb thing to do, but that's how it works, isn't it? Somebody talks about how you did something badly or criticizes you in some way, and then you take it as a fact. I am an idiot. What is wrong with me? How could I bring a briefcase and a resume to a job interview? Of course there was nothing wrong with that. And the egg salad sandwich was, I was being cost conscious. I didn't want to go and spend money in New York. I didn't have the money to spend. So I made myself a sandwich. I think that's pretty resourceful of a college student. Now here's the thing. I could have given up. I could have said, that's it, I blew my one chance, but I didn't. I got another interview at a place called Fox After Breakfast, and I got that internship, and I was able to move to New York. It wasn't at the Rosie O'Donnell Show, which was my dream. It was at another show, and I got to meet Tom Bergeron and work with all kinds of interesting celebrities and really learn the business. And that eventually led me to another job, Eventually, I became the executive producer of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And after, 10, 15 years in the business, I ended up back in 30 Rock at the very top of the entire building with Meredith Vieira pitching a show that we created together. How is that for full circle? And then we got the show accepted, we got on the air, and we produced that show out of a studio in the same building that I was kicked out of for having a briefcase that was filled with 3 resumes and an egg salad sandwich. So don't think it's your only opportunity. Don't blame yourself for every little thing, and just keep moving your feet. And understand, other people aren't right just because they say something or just because they have an opinion. That's all it is an opinion. You know the truth. You know your value. And if you give up, that is on you too.